And when you say you're advocating for 74% of the population, you're not advocating for 74%. You're discriminating against 26%. And basically, the only people they didn't mention were young men. So I understand the notion that men have had so much disproportionate advantage that there needs to be a catch-up period, but I would argue it's gone a little bit overboard. Our school system, K through 12, I would argue is biased against boys. A boy is twice as likely to be suspended on a behavior-adjusted basis as a girl. A black boy 5 times as likely. 70 to 80% of K through 12 teachers are women. Who do people naturally advocate for? The people that remind them of themselves at that age. 7 in 10 high school valedictorians are girls. It's now 60-40 female-male in college. And so the bottom line is we leveled the playing field and there's a little bit of bias and women have totally blown by men. Fine, more power to them. But what do we do now that young men just quite frankly don't have obvious paths to prosperity and young people aren't as economically prosperous relative as they used to be and young men are disproportionately evaluated in society, especially in the mating market, on their economic viability. And I get a ton of pushback saying, no, I'm just looking for an emotionally in touch male. I think that is such bullshit.
No, it's total bullshit.
There's still economic hypergamy. Educational hypergamy has leveled out. There's a lot of women who will marry a guy who didn't go to college, or educational hypergamy has vastly reduced. But in cities where women make as much as men, so there's an equality, if you find a couple, twice as many couples, the male earns more money than the woman. Economic hypergamy is still an absolutely full force. So if we don't figure out a way to level up all young people economically such that there's more paths for economic viability for young men, I think it's just going to tear at our society.